Here's the exact definition of what gaslighting means. Gaslighting is a type of abuse in which the perpetrator tries to trick or manipulate someone into questioning their own version of reality. It is particularly prevalent in intimate relationships, but can easily occur in any type of relationship. So where did gaslight originate from? So I won't say that it's a fun fact, but the term originated in a 1938 stage play. This how it occurred. So the stage play Gaslight, which portrayed a husband who repeatedly dimmed the house lights while insisting that his wife was imagining that the lights were being dimmed. As the frequency of manipulation increased, the wife inevitably began to think that she was going crazy. The original gaslighting meaning has been expanded to include any kind of emotional abuse where the victim is made to feel that they are imagining things or misinterpreting situations. The goal of gaslighting is to get the victim to start doubting their memory and perceptions, thereby making them reliant on their abuser to reveal the truth. It's the worst form of manipulation, with the victim becoming increasingly under the control of the abuser. Terrible. Just terrible. Gaslighting happens when an abuser tries to control a victim by twisting their sense of reality. An example of gaslighting will be a partner doing something abusive and then denying it happened. Gaslighters may also convince their victims that they're mentally unfit or too sensitive. Now, I actually had someone in my family, they told me that I was too sensitive. My response, if you went through this, a great response would be that I don't appreciate that you are telling me that I'm too sensitive. Because who are they to tell you how to live your life? Because I promise you, if you were the total opposite, if you was really, really cold, they wouldn't like you neither. And the people that you like and the people that like you, they wouldn't like you as well, because now you're this cold person, you know? And your abuser could be mad that all these people love you for who you are. So they want to change how you are, to be harder, to be colder. And I do not believe God wants us to be that way. So here you are trying to figure out, well, how can I be a little harder and not be too sensitive? Like, okay, well maybe I won't say anything or get too easily too offended by what people say to me. Like, you know, they can just have their opinion, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I shouldn't have said that. No. Maybe you should continue to stand up for yourself. Maybe you should continue to do what's right. Maybe you should be sensitive, because it's actually healthy. When you keep things bottled up and you don't express yourself, you don't take up for yourself, eventually we know what happens. Like, you're going to explode. So if that person feel like you're being too sensitive, hey, maybe they need to find someone that's a little harder. Then why are you dealing with me then? As a matter of fact, don't even say that to them. Just find a way to remove yourself. Because guess what? They're going to apologize and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, I was trying to say this. No, it's what you meant to say. And this probably wasn't their first time that they said it. Some way that you may feel like you are being gaslighted, these are some emotions that you may have. You may be feeling like you're going crazy. Do you feel like your perception of situations is always deemed to be wrong and issues twisted to make you feel like you're the one to blame? Like, do you have conversations with maybe your loved one or your spouse or a friend where you feel like your emotions, your feelings are being neglected, but like you're always the one to blame? Like, well, it's not my fault that you're feeling neglected. I have things that I have to do, but clearly like you're not one of their top priorities. Like you're like the last minute person. Like they have something they want to do, but they have certain friends and family that they tell, like, hey, I have this going on, and then here you are, they tell you at the very last minute, so now you have to rush, get yourself together, and you know that you're gonna be looking good, and they're not about to catch you slipping. I've had family members that would tell me things at the very last minute, maybe because I gave them a call. That's not cool. Like, go where you're celebrated. Don't go where you're tolerated. For real, because who got time for that? There's actual people out there that are secure within themselves enough to hang around you. Being a victim of gaslighting, which is an emotionally abusive manipulation tactic, and it can affect your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and your self-worth. It can cause you to question your sanity. Talk about straitjacket. Like, if you gaslighting people out here, why do you want to send a person into a straitjacket? What's wrong with you? Get yourself together. And I'm not trying to go off on you, but come on, stop it. You think that your life is going to be better? The devil lied to you. Go get therapy and go get some help. I would want someone to come at my kids like this, my cousin like this, my friends like this. And I'm sure that you would want someone else to keep it real. I do not strive to break others down. We have to hold each other accountable. And if a person don't want to be held accountable, then we have to just walk away and pray for them. Sadly, gaslighting is more common than we may think. You could go to a restaurant and the waiter or waitress or whoever is helping you out can gaslight you with a smile, and you may not even notice it because you're trying to be polite in front of your date. You could have been gaslighted ever since you came into this world. But once you realize that you have been a victim of gaslighting, then it's the time for you to reclaim your life back. But don't do it alone. Get a therapist, because emotions are bound to spill over. People that are very good at manipulating others will see right through it, and they will have another tactic. Gaslighting, it happens in all kinds of relationships. While you may see that it's more common for women and children to be victims of gaslighting, but we cannot put men to the side, because some men are victims and they don't even know that they homeboy, relative, or partner are gaslighting them. Guys, is it the bro code? I'm not here to speak on it, because if you know why and you are a man and you watching this video, like, comment below, like, let me know what is the reason why you let something slide. Some psychologists even stated that a lot of perpetrators of gaslighting are sociopaths or have sociopath traits. Gaslighting with children. Some parents or guardians that sexually or physically abuse their kids make them feel like they're just imagining the abuse. If that happened to you, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, because I can relate. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I have not experienced that. It happens more than often. And I think that when we think about talking about these things, it makes us feel like, oh my gosh, they're gonna think that I'm weak. No. Anybody, no offense, anybody that come at me crazy, I just hand you right over to God. Just like that. And I keep it moving. Because if you decide to come at me crazy, that's on you. Like, don't apologize to me, apologize to God. I'm not the one. This ain't that. You can come at me for prayer, advice, but one thing's for sure, it's just not a good idea to come at me crazy, because I believe that whatever your aggression is towards me is for you to keep. I have nothing to do with it. It's something that's internal that you're dealing with. And the only way that I can help you is to pray for you and send you to the right people for help. And if you're going through a crisis, build you up a board of advisors. That way you won't go crazy. These are the people that will help guide you through a crisis, guide you through hard decisions that you want to make in life. And I have a link with a list that you can fill out for your board of advisors. So click the link below and get the free PDF. That way that you can make sure that you don't lose your mind and get behind.